skin bleaching is a form of self-hate or just a style? Please explain the reason for your answer.
It's self-hate for me because if it is that you understood the damage and the implications, you would be aware that you're damaging your skin. And I don't think anybody would consciously want to damage their skin if they like their skin. So if you look at your skin and you see something that you don't like, you're going to try and change it. So once you want to change what is there because you don't like it, it's self-hate. And it is because you were not taught that this skin is a badge of honor. It is not a badge of shame. But because socialization again and society has been so big on the Browning syndrome, and it's a fact, around you see that. If you walk into a store, when we were studying as students in Barbados, the dark-skinned ones among the dark-skinned among us, when we go to Cape Shepherd, we would be followed, and we would be going with other students who have lighter skin. And when you look across, you're the only one who they're following, and the brown-skinned one is being treated as a regular tourist. You know, so the attention and the focus is negative towards you. And so it makes some people who are not firm in who they are want to say, if life don't have to be so hard, me not want that black skin here, me I go change it because this black skin is the reason for my problems and I don't like it. So self-hate. Not enough people appreciate that and believe it, that nothing is wrong with your skin being black. Some people will say it, but they don't believe it. I remember I had a lady before me a time in court, and she was in her 50s, and she told me that over the last 2 years was the first time in her life that she was looking at herself in the mirror and appreciating her reflection. She said she never used to look in the mirror because she grew up hearing that she black and ugly. And she believed it. She said she didn't like to look in the mirror because she didn't like what she was seeing. And she said it was at a church service she was, and the pastor was preaching about bleaching and people and black skin and brown skin. And she said when the pastor preached, and she said this is somebody who would go to church regularly. But this one sermon made a difference for her because it touched on an issue that she herself was grappling with from childhood. And for the first time, she was confronted to think about it now in the context of how the pastor was presenting it. And she said when she went home, she cried, and she said to herself, she have to look at herself in the mirror today. And she said to do that, what she had to do to get to that, to just stand up and look in the mirror, she said it felt like somebody was lifting a heavy weight off her shoulder. And she said since that moment, she has not looked back. She said she didn't realize what she was missing out on her self or for herself all of this time, because now she said you can't take her out the mirror. She look in the mirror for everything. She look in the mirror, even when she don't need to look in the mirror, she look in the mirror like she's making up for all the last years of not looking in the mirror. But it is self-hate, and it is because we were taught to hate ourselves. We were taught that yes, it's a white Jesus, go and save you, because we grew up seeing the white Jesus on the almanac in our houses. So you were always taught that always look up to the person who is brown or white, because see, then bring Jesus to you as a white man. Only when you get older you unlearn these things. The same thing, certain jobs, that is brown people or the white people going to get it. So you are made to feel that you're less than. So you're going to hate your skin because it's your skin is the reason that you're not going to get this job that this white person or this brown person is going to get. So self-hate, it was made a live thing. We were taught to hate ourselves. So yeah, it goes back right to skin bleaching. There's still that thing about it that, it's not relevant anymore, but it still is, because people still think that we are not being people That's why I say education don't do anything for people, you know. Education really don't do nothing for people because I hear it a lot from educated people. I had a young man before me recently, and when I look at him, he come before me for child maintenance, you know, child support. So when I look at him, his face white. So I say, where you find money for buy bleaching cream, but you can't find money for maintain your child? So boy, George, you want to know, you know, me have to bleach because brown people get you into the world, and the black not go on for you when you're brown. So I have to get brown for things can go on for me so I can make more money. And I said to myself, boy, I'm going to take a lot of work. We need more than one session with him. And I just had to look at him and I said to him, you know, I pity you because you're a father. And when you do what you're doing, you're telling your child who might be your complexion, natural complexion or darker, that his skin is not good enough. Because his teacher teaching your child something. And every time I drive on the road and I see it and I see women who look like mothers and I see men who look like fathers, I said to myself, what is happening to the generation that you're raising? Because you're teaching them to hate them skin. When them see mommy turn brown and them know them born come see a black mother, you tell them, say, yeah, the black way comes in a good transition. So you're creating the monster of self-hate more by just teaching them by your actions to do that. But and some of them know the dangers, but they are willing to take the risk.
Yeah.
So you know the self-hate is that deep.
Well, let me hear you say mountain, mountain.